Episode 34. We're back in action.
Welcome back.
34 is big.
Is it?
Oh my gosh. 34 episodes. What are the odds?
What?
34 counts that Trump was guilty on. What? I literally didn't realize it until I said episode 34.
What a segue.
What are the... No. I did not plan that. I just said it and realized that Daddy Trump got hit 34 times at the same time y'all got hit 34 times.
So,
What are the odds?
Donald Trump got hit with 34 what?
Charges? It's all a little bit...
What are they?
That's the question, isn't it? I mean, I don't know how much you've been looking into it, but I've been keeping my ear open and hearing what the little birdies are saying on both sides, and it seems to me that the charge itself is a bit debated, which seems wild that whatever a guy is guilty of is, we're not exactly sure what he's guilty of.
Yeah, so it's also crazy that,
And let's not spend too much time on this, but
I'm not, I don't want to, but
I just realized because it was episode 34. What are the odds?
yeah. So this trial was in Manhattan, right? New York?
Yeah, 85% Democrat last election.
So they've been having like all kinds of issues with like people shooting cops and pushing people on train tracks and all that, right? But the mayor has like such lax policies regarding criminals and like jail and all that.
Yeah.
Where he's like, "Oh, you shoot a cop, you can go back on the street.
You're an illegal immigrant. You shoot a cop, you get out the same day."
Yeah.
Literally happened.
But you quote unquote pay off somebody to not tell somebody else about something that happened years ago. You get slapped with the guilty, sentence and possible jail time. It's like it's all so corrupt over there.
Well, I think my view on it is 62% of America says that they were polled directly after the guilty verdict, and the poll said that 62% of people think that the trial is politically motivated instead of criminally motivated. So even though people are like, they may not like Trump, they still will say that this is politically motivated rather than it being just a Mother Justice coming down with the hammer, which is, first of all, probably non-optimal for a judicial system.
It's clearly politically motivated. I mean, the timing of it, who it is, and also, whenever Trump was president, he could have easily done the same thing to Hillary.
Yeah.
But he didn't, because he didn't want to be, using the justice system as a weapon against his enemies.
Which is interesting to me because, like, the one thing that I see happening a lot right now is there's a lot of conservatives that kind of look like they got rabies overnight, because they're like, okay, you want to convict us? We're going to start convicting you. And it's like, okay, I can understand why people are frustrated, but two wrongs don't make a right. So if your argument is gonna be we shouldn't try people that are political opponents, because then that takes away the Americans' right to vote for that person. If that's the argument, then it has to be consistent. You can't be mad that they tried somebody that's a political opponent and then immediately after be like, we're going to do it back.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of... this is obviously like uncharted waters, right? Like, this has never happened before. So we're still trying to figure out how to deal with it. Obviously, there's got to be like some wisdom involved with like how you respond. And I don't know if doing the same thing to the other people who did it to you is the, like,
Dude, Mama said
just because your brother hit you don't mean you hit him back, but
Yeah,
you kind of got to defend yourself.
My mama said 2 wrongs don't make a right. So I don't know. I think people are gonna have to do some heart checks. Like even if you're mad and upset and justifiably so, that does not warrant any action or every action. So
It definitely warrants inaction, but I don't know.
Not
about
every action.
Yeah, every action.
So
But
that's
what you can do as a legal voter, that's what you can do. I'm just
True.
going to leave it at that.
I'm not gonna say show up for DJT, but
It would be kind of cool though if he did go to jail and then pardoned himself as president.
I don't know if he
That'd be
can.
kinda
Can he
legit.
pardon himself? I don't know.
Sure, he's the president, bro.
A Democrat did say a solid point, and I was like, touche, that would be kind of nice. The ultimate power move would be for Biden to pardon Trump, because then that takes away Trump's like martyrdom kind of scenario, and it makes Biden like look like he's on the higher ground. Like if Biden was really playing chess, he would pardon Trump. But pardoning him basically means that he was guilty. Kind of.
It just defeats the whole point of Biden doing this to him,
Well, it backfired in their face because the polls went up. Even though Biden technically his polls went up, Trump's polls went up more.
Got more
So he's
donations,
still winning. So it clearly backfired in the face. So if Biden was actually playing chess, he would pardon Trump. So that way Trump would all of a sudden basically stop getting media coverage. He's getting.
I think what you mean is
getting
if
trillions.
Biden could play chess. I don't know if he can.
Biden
Maybe if checkers at best.
Biden is
If
playing.
that.
Biden's playing chess if his 2 poodles were black and white, and he's just chasing them around the house. That's his version of chess.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Which I think that in recent years, the presidential dog has not gotten enough mention and look at. Like, if you're going to run, you need to show me what kind of hound you're bringing to the table. Because what was Trump's dog?
I don't think he had one.
That's a problem.
I mean, he had like a 6'8" kid. It's like 2 dogs, bro.
He gets on his knees and
That's like a
little Baron starts
little
barking.
Doberman.
I think we need to start, because clearly the mental capacity is not the deciding factor. We need to make it about the dog.
Apparently, Joe Biden's dogs like bite the aides like all the time and stuff. Like they hate them. It's really funny. Which is like, it kind of makes sense. I mean, the dog kind of mimics personality of its owner, right? So It's like if you're not a good owner, your dog's everybody's gonna hate your dog.
Theoretically, dude, if dogs do sense off the human, which I think they do, all of his cabinet is minorities, and he's been nothing but racist up until like 5 years ago. Like, just legitimately, there's all kinds of crazy videos of him just dropping hard ends in Congress, and just like not calling people corn pop and telling them they got greasy hair and all kinds of crazy thing that long ago.
What slur is corn pop? What's that for?
I don't,
Just tell me, bro.
I don't know all the logistics, but
okay.
So
Iowa's people.
The
corn over there, right?
But listen, if they came out and all of the administration that had been getting bit was minorities, that would be crazy stat to drop on the American public. Like, by the way,
that's way a
Biden's
ton
dog
of votes.
has only bit black people. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
But I think Trump needs a freaking. That'd be wild. I mean, he could have so many dogs, and it'd be awesome. If he had a Chihuahua and it just was like behind him.
That'd be kind of cool if he had like a whole like sled team of Huskies or whatever.
That'd be nice.
That'd be pretty cool. Like a pack of German Shepherds or something.
Trump does, because he came out with the sneakers. He needs to think of.
Those pictures of like owners that look like their dogs and their dogs look like their owners.
Yeah.
What's a dog that looks like Trump?
American Bulldog. He looks like a bulldog, dude.
I'm trying to think
He's
of like
got
an
that
orange
saggy
dog.
face. An orange dog.
I want to say Garfield, but that's a cat.
Dude, the only orange dog is the Doge. Trump kind of looks dogy.
Does he?
Because that Doja's got that square face on him. You know. Tell me he doesn't.
I'm thinking the Bulldog looks more like Trump because Trump's got a lot of wrinkles.
He does definitely look like the Bulldog, but the okay, the first image did me. Bro, why do I gotta look up dog and not Doja Cat? Bro,
that does not look like
tell
Trump.
me he doesn't low-key look a little bit
It looks
like...
nothing like
Look,
Trump.
look at this one. That low-key looks like Trump a little bit.
That looks more... Look
The
up like
orange
an orangey Bulldog or something.
He definitely looks like a Bulldog, but I'm saying the clean one is the Doge. It's the underrated Trump lookalike. Bro,
Yeah.
I mean, that's Trump.
Yeah.
We looked up a picture of Bulldog, and that's him.
That one right there in the middle. Yep.
He's
You know
kind of...
exactly what I was talking about.
He kind of has an underbite, too, doesn't he?
Trump?
Yeah.
I'm just in my mind, I'm visualizing his mugshot, and it looks just like that.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like that. I wonder if there's how many presidents have had presidents with gold teeth? If Trump got like a nice gold bottom canine, so when he gave that people the underbite, that would kind of look nice.
Would it?
You know, when like if he could pop a little bling.
I feel like if he gets that, he's got to get like, you know, the earring and the stud and some tats. Just
If
go full Post Malone.
If Trump ripped off his white shirt and showed some tats, bro, that'd be so clean. Oh wait, Trump does?
I'm sure that's.
I think that's AI.
That's AI.
Oh, you can't find anything nowadays. I'm just trying to find presidents with gold teeth.
I'd be surprised if any of them had them. I mean, we've had wooden teeth. Why can't we get gold teeth? You know.
True. George Washington's teeth with the iron is wild. Mostly slave teeth and just couldn't even talk with them in. That's all metal. Like that. It's a metal bracket, lead bracket,
so
by
disgusting.
the way. With
Lead.
some wooden teeth and mostly slave teeth,
Yikes.
which is nice.
Is it?
It's just like I couldn't imagine putting anybody's tooth in my mouth. That sounds so nasty. I would definitely just be gums.
Yeah.
Like what? How much you have to care about your personal appearance to put lead and slave teeth in your mouth, and not just rock gums?
I mean, it's like the same thing with veneers, right? It's like it's all fake. It's all foreign to your body. I don't know. I don't even know why we're on this right now.
I don't know. We can get so. I heard that you had a story this week, and maybe you can. We brought the honkies to a dark place, but maybe we can lift them out. Unless your story's dark, then GG.
No, it was dark, not like that, but I can tell it. So we every summer a group of friends and I go to like a local. We say cliff. It's like cliff jumping, you know, into water, but it's off like a what's that called? Whenever there's like a lake and there's little arms of it that go out. What's that called?
Peninsulas? I don't know.
No, it's like I don't know. Anyway, it's on a lake basically. But we went there last year and it was all kind of dried up because we had a pretty dry summer last year and there was barely enough water to jump. And then we went a second time that year and there was like no water in it. So we're like, all right, we're going to go this weekend. This was a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
And this is right after all these heavy rains,
and
right?
the water was over the cliff.
And so we get there. Well, we get there and it's like it's starting to like sprinkle. We're like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to get wet anyway.
True. Facts.
So we get Whataburger beforehand, you know, eat some breakfast, meet up, get to the place. We go to turn into the parking lot, and the gate's closed. And it's like, park's closed. You know, it doesn't give a reason or anything.
What's worse than that, dude?
Oh, that's like the worst. But next door is a parking lot to a school, and we're like, all right, we'll just park there, and we'll just like hop the fence.
Stop by, check out the scenery, and then jump to the pool.
So we get there, and there's like a cop car in the parking lot.
What a hoe,
What
dude.
looks like a cop car. And we get closer, and it's just like, it's called Valor Force. I don't know.
Stolen Valor Force.
Yeah, apparently it's for the school. I assume there's a school there. Anyway, there's nobody in it, so we're like, all right, we're chilling. Everybody gets out. We go walk into the spot which is it's a far walk from the actual parking lot.
Yeah.
So it was like a really long walk. We get there, and the signs are not looking good.
Yeah.
We're walking, and the water level is like already, on the way there, the water is like almost to the road, and we're like, this is not good.
Dang.
And so we get there, and it's just like the whole cliff that we jumped off of last year was just underwater.
That's
so
beautiful.
So it's that high, and we're like, this is the complete opposite problem we had last year. And so we're like, just like, we're thinking about what to do. One of them had to poop. One goes over to the poop, and we're like, yo, wait, we can see a cliff over there with like clearance from the water.
Yeah.
And we're like, man, we should go there, but it's like too far to swim to. And so we're like, all right, let's go back on the road. Let's try to find the trail that leads there. We leave the dude pooping. We go.
Y'all are doing anything to find a cliff, bro.
True. And so we walk and we walk and we walk, and we keep taking these trails to go find this place, and we could not find it for like an hour.
GG.
And so we're just like, all right, let's just go back to where we were, and let's just swim around a little bit. And so on the way back, we kind of like split up. And then we finally get back together, and we go on this random trail, and we just find the spot immediately. And as soon as we get there, we can, because we're under trees the whole time on these trails. So as soon as we get there, we can see the sky, and it's just like so dark, and like, and the clouds, like people were saying the clouds were like green, and that's like a sign of like a tornado.
Yeah. Green, no go.
Yeah. And I was like, it kind of looked blue. and we're like, all right, we're going to jump anyway. And so somebody gets in, checks if it's deep enough, and it's fine. So everybody jumps in one or two times, and then we see lightning. We're like, oh no. And so we only jumped like 2 times, and then we're like, we should probably dip because you don't want to get electrocuted. And so we're leaving, and on the way out, it just starts like downpouring on us, and we're like, we should probably run because we're like out in the middle of the road. There's like no tree coverage or anything, and we're looking at the radar on our phones. It's like deep red all over us, and it's just forming all over us. And so we're like, we should probably run. And so me and 2 other guys, there were 6 of us. So me and 2 other guys are in the front, and the other 3 in the back, and us 3 in the front. We start to run. We're just like, let's just run. We're all like screaming and stuff. And as we're running, you can hear like the thunder like to the right and left, and you can see lightning go, and it's just like right above us. We're like, please, we just got back to our cars.
No, I was waiting for you to say somebody just slipped in Ronnie's pile on the run back.
I wish that would be funny, but no, we get to the cars or the road first, and my 2 buddies just go into their car, and there's 3 of us back behind. I'm like, I'm gonna wait, I'm not gonna. Yeah. So I'm like waiting there, just standing underneath a tree, waiting for them to come over, and they eventually come around. But it was quite an adventure.
Supposedly the lightning, I mean, I heard it on a podcast, but supposedly it can come up from the ground too. Did you hear that?
What?
Apparently lightning doesn't only come from the sky. Apparently it can start at the bottom. So y'all could have been running and just started like,
I don't know about that.
Straight to the boot. I mean, it's true. I looked it up. You can get hit straight in the booty by lightning.
Okay.
From the ground.
I was
curious. You never think of that.
I was curious afterwards on the way home. I was like, I wonder how many volts is in a strike of lightning.
All of them.
And Cameron, I was like, hey, Cameron, guess how many? And he's like, 500. And I'm like,
that's a house.
It says like 10 million volts. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah. Bro. Which is insane. I mean, it's insane to think that people get electrocuted like that and still live. Like,
I'll tell you what, though.
Blows my mind.
If you do get electrocuted and you get those nice tats on you, those are clean.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
like, if I get electrocuted and don't get that, it's like, I'm going to be mad.
Could you imagine? Getting charred, surviving, and not even getting the proof?
It's so stupid, bro. Not getting the brand. The lightning tat.
It looks sick. You get
It does. It looks like lightning, which is so crazy.
Yeah.
That's so insane. But it's also more insane to think that like that much electricity can just come from the sky and apparently the ground.
Imagine if you had, think about this, because I just thought about this. Imagine if you had no other association with electricity. So like people before light bulbs and stuff and house wiring, that was the only electricity they knew about.
Well, they didn't even think they wouldn't even say that's electricity.
Yeah, but they just were like, I mean, that's when you start believing in God, bro.
That's why they came up with Thor, bro.
Which,
like, who's sending this stuff down? Yeah, I know.
But just imagine how much
and
more
thunder. It's like, back in the day, you're like, okay, what is going on?
Actually, I don't even think I know what thunder is. Just the sound
Of thunder.
Of the electricity. What is it?
No, I don't know.
What is thunder? Time to find out, brother.
But it's so crazy. Like, I mean, we kind of know what it is. Like, we can just look it up right now, right?
Yeah.
But back then,
we're using electricity to look up. What,
yeah,
bro. Hold up.
Yeah, it's so crazy that
images. Cool.
That sound can just come out of the
Thunder
sky.
is the sound caused by lightning. Yeah, obviously, depending upon the distance from the nature of lightning. Yeah, but what exactly is happening?
Wait.
From a long
I thought
low.
lightning was silent. It is silent, but it comes from lightning.
Yeah.
I thought thunder comes. Oh.
Thunder's after lightning. What is that bang,
Right.
bro?
It's the lightning. It's just the sound taking a long time to get down
Lightning
to us.
is the. Dang, why is it so hard to figure out what the thunder is?
You're looking at lightning right now.
Understanding. Yeah, tell me about thunder. Caused by the nearby flash of lightning, can be heard for a distance of only about 10 miles from the lightning strike. I did not think it was that close, to be honest.
That close? What do you mean?
Only 10 miles, and you can hear the thunder, and you hear thunder all the time. 10 miles is not that big.
Yeah, it is. What do you mean? If a sound coming from a spot in the sky can go reach 10 miles?
That's not. I mean, 10 miles is not super big. It's kind of small.
Well, if you think about it, how far do you want to hear lightning or thunder?
I mean,
40 miles? You want to hear something 40 miles away?
Yeah, bro.
No.
Lightning's scary. I mean, if you're out there in the thunderstorm, you can hear thunder like every 15 seconds.
That's why it's called a thunderstorm.
Bruh.
I don't know.
So
it's cool. I think it's cool.
The sound of the thunder should serve as a warning to anyone outside that, bro, obviously, okay. Common knowledge stuff right there. National Weather Service can go get licked.
Yeah, if you guys know what the sound of thunder, how it is, let us know.
Low-key, dude, we're idiots. With all this rain, we should have had the old ED on here. Imagine if we had Weatherman Elijah on here.
True.
He could have told us. He probably knows what thunder's about.
We'll text him right now.
We'll get him on here sometime.
We should.
But that's an exciting time. I don't think I could ever bring myself to do a cliff jump.
Really?
No. Whenever we was at Scouts, there was a jumping tree. That was like, it was a tree
jump.
It was a tree hanging over a river, and the river was pretty deep, but it wasn't like a super big river, so you kind of had to hit the
right spot.
Yeah, you kind of had to hit the right spot.
We had to do that the first time as well, yeah.
But there was, it's crazy how this worked out, but there was 3 limbs, and there was the one that was low to the river, which was like 5 feet, literally. Next one was like 10 feet, and then last one was probably, it was getting up there. It was like 15 or 20 feet off the river. And so for the first 2 years I went to camp, I was like, dude, I'm staying on that bottom branch.
Really?
Yeah, I can't. I don't know, something. You
just don't like seeing the bottom, don't know where the bottom is.
I just don't. I'm like, I'm an idiot. I'm gonna trip and hit my face.
That's fair.
But I think the one time that I worked up the courage to jump off the top, I just jumped, but my legs stayed, and they wrapped onto the branch because I was I couldn't convince my whole body to do it. I just got the upper half, bro. I had a wicked getting down. I probably landed backwards and,
Ow.
I don't know. I can't do that kind of stuff. I can't.
You don't like heights or what?
No, I don't mind heights. I just what is it? Something about the jumping.
Daredevil type stuff?
Yeah, I don't think I'm very brave about that kind of.
Well, you're not alone. We had one person who didn't jump.
Yeah, me and him would be over there. We'd be over there laying piles. This is the pile guy?
No, it wasn't.
Dang.
No, it wasn't the pile guy.
I think, yeah, unless I was getting some money to do it. That'd be the only motivator to get me off the cliff. I think.
I was also thinking, like, I vaguely remember thinking about this the other day, but it's about, like, surface tension. Isn't it crazy how, like, water being still, you can die by hitting it, but if you throw something down at it, like right before you hit it, you'll be fine. Isn't that crazy?
I don't think that's totally true.
Is it not?
Where did you hear this on?
Well, I just thought that's how it worked. Like, you got still water. It's like jumping from the Golden Gate Bridge. You hit it when it's still, right?
Yeah.
It's like hitting a rock.
Yeah.
But, well, I don't know, if you, like, throw, like, a heavy weight down, like a 50-pound weight.
But that's not...
It'll still hurt, right? But will it kill you?
No, I don't think that's true. I think maybe there's like some kind of range where it might help, but people can, like the Golden Gate Bridge, the water's like flowing. People can die even when there's like waves and stuff. I mean,
I'm just wondering how that works. Like, what's the
maybe there's like, because I think
calculations?
I think you can die from like maybe 100 feet or somewhere around there. And maybe at that range where there's like 100 feet, maybe if you throw a rock right under you.
I want you to look up a video, actually, because there's a video of this high diver.
High diver?
That's definitely way above 100 feet.
Diver. I mean, which one? All of them?
No, look up like high diver world record or something.
Okay.
But all these videos, you'll see that little pool down there that they jump into has a...
yes, it's always turned on. It's got that like...
No, it's got like a hose that's on there and breaking up the water.
Yeah.
So it's breaking up the surface tension. But yeah.
Golly. He's jumping off a cell phone tower.
See, they got the water spraying on there.
It definitely, yeah.
How does that not kill him?
It definitely makes it a softer landing, but it's not like cheat code. It's not like Minecraft.
I know that.
You can't just jump
like,
infinite.
Isn't it if you're jumping off a bridge, I don't know, to survive something, you have to like pencil?
Yeah.
It's not heel first, it's toe first, right? Because that's the less surface
area.
area.
I'm not a professional
I don't know.
diver.
It's interesting because I'm like, how does that work? It's also interesting, like, it's kind of the same thing with like drafting, like in motorsports. Like
they do that with the bikes. They draft, and it helps.
Well, it's illegal in like Ironmans and stuff, but it's like in F1. Mm-hmm. That's a
cars.
huge thing.
I thought you were just talking about dirt bikes. I was like, I feel like it doesn't matter on dirt bikes.
Well, yeah, because they're not biking. Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. All right.
Well, I assume anything going at a good speed, but like in F1, you've got the guy ahead of you, and he's breaking all of the wind resistance.
True.
So what's the minimum you got to be going? I don't know. It's crazy that's a thing. It's like that's invisible things that you don't think of or wouldn't think of, right?
It'd be lit, dude. Air gun, like something that shoots out like a big cloud, and so you could just Minecraft jump into water from any height, and right before you hit, you just go, boom, and you just like blow up the water.
but that would just push the water down, so you have farther to go down.
I don't know, it just like disrupts it or something.
I feel like, disrupting the water so it would like go in and then come back up. Yeah. So you've got like this pillar of water to hit first before you go into the big part. You know
That'd be kind of nice. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you know what, dude? What are scientists doing? Let's look into some cool stuff, like how do we dive farther with like a gun? It would be nice if what you're saying did work and you could just use a regular pistola and you could just
shoot the water real quick.
You shoot it like 5 times, like boop, boop, boop. You just like, that'd be nice.
I feel like, I don't know, like you could just like throw your shoes down there or something and it'd be totally fine. But that might not be heavy enough.
Dude, could you imagine? No, you're going like 500 feet and you just
500 feet.
Just imagine you're on your way down there and you throw your shoe as hard as you can, and then right before you hit the water, you just see it like your shoe.
That's another thing.
See your shoe rising up eye lines.
No, that's another thing, bro. Like,
so
isn't it? I don't know if this is like a myth or whatever, but like dropping like a pound of feathers and a pound of apple or whatever, it drops at the same speed.
That's true.
So a shoe can do the same, right? If it's that high.
What could
you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
It would have the same effect as like a 50-pound weight if it was at that high of a distance. So it would break the water just as well as a 50-pound weight.
It's not the same like impact, because the impact is.
But it has to be, because it's
is speed times weight.
But it doesn't matter because it drops at the same speed.
Yeah, but the weight's different, so the impact is different. That's why people use bigger bullets. It's speed plus weight or mass. Because if it was only about speed, we would just make these little tiny needle bullets and just whisper people like that blue dude in Guardians of the Galaxy with the arrow.
Huh.
But
That's
honestly,
a crazy
I don't know if I believe in gravity. So
maybe
we got to start with that.
That's not. What else
if we're
we
gonna
got
figure
here?
out the secrets of the universe, we can't just assume everything, because right now we don't even know. First
Okay,
of all,
I'm going to stop you right there. Let's move on. I'm not dealing with this right now.
We looked at 5 articles and couldn't even figure out what thunder is.
I'm not dealing with this right now.
So let's look at the. We gotta. If you're a member of our Patreon, you can ask us questions, and I prompted them this week. Golly, I can't say it when I do that. Just hit the old backspace on the keyboard.
What questions are we asking?
On the keyb. I hit him with a 2 for this week. I asked them if they had any questions for us this week, and do y'all think war is a racket or justified? Figured I'd stir the pot a little. See how people are feeling. Dang, how do I get to these comments? Okay. We're high production quality over here. Let's start off with with just a random. Somebody said, what is a song that's been on repeat for the Honks recently? And how would they rate that song 1 out of 5?
Wait, hold on. What question are we asking here?
The first question I just said, y'all got any questions? I let him hit off the dome. I didn't prompt him.
What happened to the first one? The war one.
That was the second one. I said let's start with the easy one, and then get to the war.
Oh, okay.
First one's just off the dome, just catching up with the Honks from the page. What's a song that's been on repeat for us? So I guess, and she said to rate it 1 out of 5. So maybe it could be like a repeat song that we don't like all these stupid, or one that we like. Because I'm hearing
well, I don't listen to the radio, so it's like I listen to what I want to listen to.
Yeah, but what about when you're scrolling on the talk or the reels?
Oh,
dude,
the talk, bro. There's these 2 songs that I'm so annoyed by. I forgot the name of one.
Because there's not a lot of variety right now, no?
Well, there's always that trendy song that people do dances to, right?
But I feel like it's more now. I feel like it's lasted longer. Tell me which ones you're thinking about.
I'll show you which ones I'm thinking about.
We can't play. I think we only played like 3 seconds or something.
Ooh.
Oh, hold up. We canceled.
All right. It's called, have you heard the Veggie Dance?
No.
Okay. So it's this dude right here.
Veggie dance.
Okay. Oh, wait. Chill.
It's so stupid.
I haven't heard that at all. That's a pure TikTok mind virus.
It's got to be from some show or something. Like, I don't know. But that is like everywhere on TikTok, and it's so annoying. And this guy, that's all he posts is him dancing to Veggie Dance.
Yeah, that one's a clear 0 because that was brutal. The 2 seconds I heard of it.
Yeah.
Do you have any good songs that have been just
specifically
that have been on repeat for you? You got any stuck in your head?
Let me look at my like songs. So I recently really got into this band called Dokken.
Okay.
And
how do you spell it? Like Dokken on a keyboard or Dokken? Richard
No.
Dokken?
Dokken.
Okay, that's the last way I thought.
It's the guy's last name. So it's an older band from like the 80s.
Okay.
It's a rock group. But I recently discovered them. And I've been kind of listening to their stuff a lot.
Okay.
You want me to name some songs, or do you really care?
No, yeah, I might listen.
Alone Again, Kiss of Death.
Are these
Dream
popular
Warriors?
at all? Like, would I know any of them?
No.
No? Okay. Respect.
I'm going to their concert though in September.
They're still alive.
Yeah,
You're
apparently.
gonna see some Bag of Bones, slapsticks.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
That's not really a song though. Let me look at the song.
That is the move though, to get lit with some no names so that way you can go to their concerts for cheap?
Right down the street, in town.
What
Let's go.
what locate?
Lava.
Lava?
Mm.
Cake?
No. All right, I got a song actually that
All
it's
right.
it's kind of embarrassing.
It's Doja Cat, 100%.
It's not. It's Billie Eilish.
No, dude. Oh, we need to talk about that because I got to hear what you thought about it because I had some thoughts. But which one did you like?
Are you talking about her new album?
Yeah.
Her whole album's trash except this one song. But
Which one? Hold on, let me see. Because I agree. I think. Oh, yeah, I did like that one.
Okay,
So what
the
do you
only
say?
part I like though is the ending
What is it
where
called?
it gets like higher.
Yeah.
So it's called I think I'm going to butcher this. L'amour de ma vie.
Is it French, you think?
I assume it's French.
Okay. Le Français.
But I only like the ending of that song
Yeah.
because the first part's kind of slower. And I'm like, okay, whatever. But then it gets more upbeat, and then she released this extended edit, which is just the upbeat part, and I'm like,
Nice.
yes.
I will.
So that's my song.
I will say the thing.
4 out of 5.
The thing about Billie Eilish for me is, I listened to the album when it dropped, and I said it dropped. But
Dropped my expectations.
But I will say I admire that they're all like 5-minute songs
You do.
because nobody's doing that, and we're doing these, bro. Probably everything that's wrong with the society is that people are releasing songs that are a minute and a half long and are getting props.
It's all bait for TikTok.
Yeah, that's not a real song. I don't know. There's got to be a
Yeah. Okay, I can get on board with that. But
So-
the album itself, pretty bad.
I don't know what it is. I guess if you just start doing enough, coke, your songs just to end up going downhill or whatever. I don't know what it is. Every artist, they just even our boy Posty, I would say, has been on a decline.
Really?
Do you think his new stuff is the best?
You talking about
Any of it?
the new album that came out last year? I like 5 or 6 songs off that album. I'm thinking.
I mean, he's holding up harder than most, but
Well, the Billie Eilish album reminded me kind of like that Taylor Swift's album that just came out too.
yes,
I listened to the whole thing.
some weird like fanfare.
Yeah, and I'm like, her songs that are, I don't know, those kind of albums are not my style from her, and that's kind of the same thing with Billie. It's just like slow and like just like reading off a page. I don't know.
True.
I'm gonna get so much hate
Yeah.
for saying the Taylor Swift album's bad.
I haven't heard anybody that's like, go listen to this Billie Eilish song.
Ever since her debut album, yeah.
No, I mean, she had I think 2 good ones, 2 or 3 good albums, in my opinion.
I just like the one.
I like that she does her own stunts.
I like the
that
one.
she put that spider in her mouth. I thought that was
Yeah.
cool.
Also liked how she sampled The Office.
That was very cool.
That was cool.
That was hype.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing about her new songs seemed like they were from her. They just seemed like they were like what the producer was like, hey, this beat and this rhythm,
Her brother.
people's. It didn't even
You
sound
should
like
listen
his
to her.
songs.
You should listen to him,
Phineas
bro.
songs go hard.
Phineas is, oh, dude, he's goated.
But
Well, what's your song? You haven't even.
I keep hearing, dude, I don't know what it is, but I keep hearing the same sound on. I wish I could remember it at all.
Hum it.
I don't even know if I remember the hum, but it's have you noticed the song that's been popping right now that's on repeat?
Talking about $1 Million Baby. That song's everywhere right now.
What is it? Was it go like a little bit?
Eyes on my baby. I think she saved me. Up for the morning.
No, it's not that.
Okay.
That was beautiful though, honestly.
Sure.
You know what is nice to do is to ask your bro to just like
Serenade you.
to just sing the best they can and mean it. Like, but don't meme at all. Just be like, bro,
Mean it or meme?
Don't meme it. Like, no funny. Just straight up try to sing Bohemian Rhapsody as hard as you can.
Mama!
And just in serious, bro. No joke. And just hold it.
I'm not doing that on the pod.
It's so beautiful. Just
do
ask
that.
your bro to do that, and you got to be like, you have to mean it, though.
Bro, serenade me.
Serenade me, dude. serenade me like fine wine.
Yeah.
Smell me, dude. Spin me around the glass. But let's see, a song that I don't know. I don't like Doja Cat. I don't know if that's
What?
that's probably. I like a lot of songs. I listen to
German stuff,
German stuff.
which is so weird.
Dude, it goes hard. German.
Look, I'm aware some do, but I don't know. I don't understand the language, so.
I think I do enjoy it more now because I know a fair bit of words.
You can kind of piece it together in your mind what he's trying to say.
Dude, sometimes I do. Like,
Is he in love with a
sometimes
dude or a girl?
Sometimes I'll be like listening to the song and I'll be just jamming to it and then I'll pick up a few words. He's like, oh, come to Zimmer. And I was like, oh, he's talking about come to my room. So I'm like, okay. I didn't know the song was sensual, but now I do, bruh. I'm like, okay.
Add us the smooching time playlist, why don't you?
Yeah. Because the whole time you're just sitting there going, you're just getting nice. You're getting
Come to my room. Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, you just thought you was two bros.
I thought we was in the club.
Thought we were talking about going to the park, bruh. But
Yeah.
so that's nice.
Okay.
That's always
So
fun
name a
little
song.
surprise.
I'm just waiting for the name of a song.
Y'all go listen to Summer in Frühling.
It is German.
That one's good. That one goes hard.
Okay.
What else? I don't know. I'm bad with song names in general.
Yeah, I feel like you don't really listen to music.
I listen to music. I just don't remember the song names. I just don't care. I just am like, I like that song or I don't like it.
Kind of whack.
But
Kind of whack. Is there another question?
Well, the next two ones are just about the war. So
Oh. You want to get into that, or you want to?
maybe should we start with what you think? Because I think it's
About
big. I think it's a big topic right now.
Oh.
That I think a lot about because I still don't think I've made up my mind really at all about. Let's avoid Israel because that one's kind of weird, but specifically Ukraine. Do you think what we're doing by helping them out is actually helping them?
Are we answering this question?
Yes.
Can you repeat it?
Well, I just asked the honks. I said, do y'all think war is a racket
Oh, you
or
asked.
justified?
So we're asking the question.
Yeah.
We're not being asked.
Yeah, I asked the question.
Oh.
And they answered. But
Oh.
I'm saying we can answer too.
Okay. Go ahead and repeat it.
No,
the question.
Oh, sorry. Do y'all think war is a racket or justified?
A racket. What do you mean
Basically, pretty much people are profiting off of it and people are incentivized to continue to get us into wars because if we're not in wars, then there's no reason to make war machines like tanks and airplanes and nuclear weapons. Stuff that people make a lot of money by making.
that? So do I think it's a racket or do I think it's justified?
Yeah.
Both.
Okay.
I mean,
Fair.
like, yeah. Is it BlackRock, Vanguard? Is that the?
Both. They're all doing it.
Oh, that's two different things.
They're
It's not the same.
two different firms.
Okay. So, yeah, so people like that, I mean, obviously, they got to make their money somehow. So they do make that stuff for military.
Well, they
and
didn't. Those ones are
can
not
I
the
finish?
military. I'll just to clarify. Those BlackRock and Vanguard are not the military contractors. That would be like, I can't even think off the top of my head, but like Raytheon or
Okay. Well,
big. But
you know what I
the
mean.
interesting thing about BlackRock and Vanguard is they already have a deal to rebuild Ukraine that's paid for by like government subsidies, mostly the U.S., for like $400 billion. So they're saying, hey, we're already going to basically rebuild Ukraine whenever we win the war. And they've already got the money, $400 billion. So there's money to be made all over the place. So you were saying?
So I was saying, before I was interrupted.
You said BlackRock was a military.
Well, what did I say?
You were saying that they were the people that were making the weapons, and I was like, that's not. Can't let that one slide.
Okay. Well, fact check me later.
Shoot,
No,
man.
I'm just saying, my point is there's people who are profiting off wars. That's a given.
Yeah.
You know, if there's a war, there's got to be ammunition, all that stuff. People got to make that. People got to make money off that. So yes, there's going to be some racket going on for that. But also, I think that some wars are justified because there is oppression and there has to be somebody to bring law and order. And
well, I guess that's the part that I'm not sure about.
Law and order.
So do you think that it's our job to?
Our job? What do you mean?
Our job to bring law and order to
Who's
countries
our?
Like America. Our job to bring law and order to other
Well,
countries.
I don't think it's our job to just fix everybody's problem. I think we have a duty to help our allies. And in that, I don't mean just like indefinitely help them, but to have an end goal in trying to win against evil. And, like, I guess Ukraine, you said earlier, Ukraine, we don't really have an end goal in mind for like sending aid over there right now, which is not a good thing.
True.
Because we're just like wasting money and resources. But yeah, I mean, I think we should help them because they're being oppressed by an evil person, right? So,
okay,
I mean,
that's fair. Okay, do you think that we should still help people when we are not financially able to? Because I think that America is not financially able to help people.
So we shouldn't try, or what?
I think that the borrower is slave to the lender, and it is irresponsible. It's like a stupid argument, and people make it, but like it's true. You put on your own oxygen mask so that you can help others. So if we're bleeding money and getting to the point where we're gonna be paying more in interest than we make in a year, and therefore
wait, hold on. You're confusing me. So you're saying we should only help people if we have the money to?
If we're able to. I mean, if we're not
able and having money is different.
But financially able, yeah. Like,
so we should only help people in need if we are financially able to.
I feel like that's kind of reasonable. I don't know.
But is that the only circumstance in which we should help people?
I think that's one of the like guidelines. Like if you're gonna go check boxes, be like, I'm not totally sure on how much we should be the world's police. I feel like sometimes it can do more harm than good, but I do also understand, like, I can understand why we would want to be the world police sometimes. Like if women just are, if they're like Muslim women and they're just getting beat left and right and can't drive and can't vote and they're attacking us, I feel like, you know what, maybe it's time to go help out over there because,
but what if we don't have the money?
Freedom. If we don't have money, then that's a different thing. It's like...
Well, we currently don't have money.
That's what I'm saying is like, what do you think? Do you think that we should be helping people past our need or past our limits?
Yes.
You think we should?
I think it's
we
biblical.
Should tear ourselves down in order to help other people.
Sure. I mean, the widow gave all she had, right?
But she didn't. Okay. Well, the difference would be is the widow gave everything she had, but she didn't give more than what she had.
Yeah, because that's all she had.
Yeah, but that's what we're doing. We're giving more than we literally have.
Giving all you have is the same as giving more than what you have.
I don't know about that.
I just don't see the justification in having, no money or whatever, no funds, and seeing people being treated poorly, like you said, Muslim women, and we're just like, oh, we're in debt, so we can't really help you guys. Sorry. It's just like, no. I mean, who cares? I mean, obviously you got to be financially responsible, but it's like, what is more important here?
I mean, that's a fair argument. It's like put yourself up on the chopping block and then basically just like hope for the best. Hope that by trying to do good that you will make it through. But I mean, that's why I said I'm not fully decided. Like, I really don't know. But to me, it just seems like okay, in general, if the borrower is slave to the lender.
What do you mean by that?
That's what the Bible says. The Bible says the borrower is slave to the lender.
What do you mean by that?
So if we becomes slaves to whoever we're getting our money from because they lend us the money, then we can no longer be slaves to the only people we should be slaves to. A slave cannot serve two masters. Right?
Mm-hmm.
God should be our master. So if we get ourselves financially in debt and to the point where we owe China money, we owe, whoever, the European Union money, if we start owing all these people, we become their slaves.
I think it's interesting that you just have problems with the funds part of it.
Because the funds, I have issue with the funds because it's crippling America, and by crippling ourselves now, we won't be able to help people in the future because we'll just be screwed. I mean, we'll just like at some point.
Well, look, clearly America has not been good with money. I mean, we're obviously in so much debt right now. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
But like I said, I mean, you have to realize the higher goal here. I mean, like you said, a slave cannot serve two masters. So as believers, we have the one master, which is God. And so his word tells us kind of what our morals are. It helps us develop our morals. And so if we have the one goal of our lives is to serve him, I think it should be, how do I word this, like a more of a priority to help people that are in need, dying, being oppressed by their government or whomever, than it is to be financially, what's the word? Stable, I guess.
I mean, I guess I can get that line of logic.
It's like money or a human life, I guess that's kind of where the boils down to.
It is valid. I mean, I guess I just get caught up, like even in my own personal life, I'll think like, hey, if I'm not as generous now, I could technically be more generous later, because if I put it in a bank account, it can earn interest, and then I could literally technically give more, like, compoundedly more money later, which is like,
well, that is technically true, but I'm saying that is thinking very, is it linear or maybe earthly? Like, you're thinking in terms of physical and not spiritual, where the Bible says, if you give, God will bless you in return.
Yeah.
So it's like you're not looking at the bigger picture.
Yeah. And I mean, I think we kind of agree. I think I definitely hear what you're saying. Like, it's kind of foolish of me to think that. I don't know. It's tough. It's a tough one. Maybe the other part of I just want to hear your thoughts on this, because I've heard it a lot. People will say regarding Ukraine, it's like, technically with us, like if we didn't support them and continue to give them money and stuff, they would just have to give up. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's true?
Obviously I'm not like boots on the ground over there, so I don't know the situation, but from what I've heard, yeah, I think that's true, where Russia has kind of depleted all of Ukraine's stuff,
Yeah.
where they can't really defend themselves, so we keep sending them stuff so that they can defend off Russia.
So if that is true, do you think that is there any chance that Ukraine could quotations win?
It's hard to say. I mean, I'm not like a military expert, so it's
Yeah.
without U.S. help.
No, with
Yeah.
everybody's help.
Oh, sure.
Or
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, it all comes back to goals, right? I mean, you don't go into the gym without having a goal in mind. You can, you just want to get better results, right?
It's
So
true.
it's like
okay, that's
you got to have a goal, even if it's not winning. The winning should be the ultimate goal, but the first goal should be taking back the city or whatever. It's just like right now we're just throwing money and like be like whatever.
That's very true. Because I guess the thing that's kind of screwing me up is people are saying that basically by us continuing to give aid and not just like let them surrender is we're essentially like throwing Ukrainian bodies at Russia when they don't technically have to die. Like if we just like let them surrender, then people would technically stop dying. And I mean, I feel like that's very valid.
Well, it sounds valid, but you have to think the incentive. So this just incentivizes more countries to be like, ooh, I like Cambodia. I want to take over that country, and the U.S. is not going to stop me. Or whatever. It's like you have to think about what implications it has to just let Russia go all into Ukraine. And that's not, you don't know that nobody's going to die after that, you know. We could have another, I mean, I hate to say Holocaust, but it's like
I guess that is true. I mean, they could
be like, we don't like you people. We're going to put you in some concentration camps. You know?
Yeah.
You just don't know what's going to happen with some crazy Putin.
I did see a wild video though that was crazy, which I could not imagine being in this situation. But I saw this video, and it's video from a drone, and the drone was looking down on it was a Ukrainian drone looking down on a Russian soldier, I think. I'm pretty sure it was that way around.
Okay.
And the drone was like looking at this dude, and this dude starts going white flag, like, don't hit me with the bomb, please. He's like, dude, please don't shoot me. He's like doing the prayer hands and everything. And then the drone is like, nods, and it goes,
target locked.
No, dude, it would have been crazy if that happened. But the drone like guided him from just like the middle of the battlefield to the Ukrainian side so he could get captured and everything. But I was like, how wild would that be? Just looking in the sky, literally almost like an alien, like a war machine, looking it dead in the eyes, and then it just goes, like, starts shaking its head like that way. Like, that way you can go surrender over there. I'd be like, that would be such a crazy feeling.
Huh.
Just, it's like missiles, just literally locked in on you. You could be 1,000 pieces.
It's just like one misclick of the Xbox controller,
Dude.
and you're just.
Could you imagine? I mean, we've all thrown a flash grenade on Call of Duty on accident.
Yeah. Hitting L1 instead of L2 one time.
Yeah.
Your missile straight into the dome.
Could you, bro? Could you imagine sitting there with your Xbox controller behind?
You're trying to save this guy's life,
You're like, oh, let me.
and you just get a muscle spasm off.
You just go. Oh. Bro turns into Kool-Aid, and you're just like, oh.
You're like concentrating so hard, and like your coworker / homie like comes and scares you behind you.
Bro, you're in the team meeting later that day, sweating bullets, and they like
You're in the debrief at the end of the day.
yeah, they like play your footage.
There's like an inventory, everything. He's like, looks like this drone is missing a missile. Anybody know what happened?
You're like, no, I don't know what happened.
You're like twitching. You're like,
Could you? Bro, that'd be wild.
yeah.
Also, it would also be wild if you like led him back to the line, and right when he got to the line, it was like,
boom! You turn on the intercom on the drone. Psych. No.
okay, but think about how wild it is nowadays that we literally, Like, I don't know what the actual controller looks like, but there's a dude in a trailer, and he's just like...
A trailer.
He's just like, got the joystick, and is like,
Yeah.
I can take 4 lives right now with the click of this remote control. That's wild.
Yeah,
You should it be allowed? I don't know. It's like...
You shouldn't be allowed.
Dude.
Mm-hmm. It's also crazy, like... I mean, I haven't heard of that story, but I also haven't heard of any stories of, like, Ukrainians surrendering to Russia.
Yeah.
Have there been?
I think I've seen videos of both of them, like when the war first happened, there was like they were shooting back and forth, kind of like across the trench, and then the Ukrainians go, do you want to surrender? And the Russians go, Russians never surrender, and they just basically all die, and then
The Russians?
and the Ukrainians were kind of reporting on it, like, okay, we kind of respect that. And so
Interesting. Well,
I don't think there's a whole lot of surrendering going on.
yeah. It just that story you said of the one guy surrendering to the drone.
I think that's sorry.
I was just gonna say it. I've heard that, like, a lot of Russians do not agree with the invasion, so it's like,
Yeah.
and Putin, I mean, he's just got unlimited bodies to throw at him, so
Yeah.
you got to be thinking that guy's mind is like, I don't even agree with this war. Why am I here? So it's like,
Oh yeah, dude. If I knew what was up, because I mean, as crazy it is to think about, they literally have never seen anything other than whatever they wanted to be on the TV, because they have their internet on lockdown,
yeah,
which is like a wild thought that can just happen, but.
mm-hmm.
So to finally get a hint of like, I'd be walking to the other side and I'd be looking at the drone like, dude, don't do it, do not do it. That'd be kind of funny if he was like, start playing with the drone, like shooting finger guns or something. Imagine if you rock paper scissored the drone for his life. He was like, dude, if I win, I get to surrender.
Okay. Yeah. I don't even know how that would work,
but I mean, I don't know all the logistics. I just think that
was that all they asked us?
No, I didn't even. That was just our thoughts. I didn't even get to what they said. Maybe we can just do some commentary on this real quick. First person says, the verse that comes to mind when I think about war is, there is a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. Ecclesiastes 3:8. And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not alarmed. For this must place take, but the end is not yet. Matthew 24:6. Okay? Human warfare is often a racket and cruel and unjustified, but the Bible, especially in the Old Testament, and whenever Christ talks about the end of days, war is spoken of as carrying out of God's justice and might. So I would say man's war is foolish and harmful, but God is mighty, holy, and wrathful. The trick is knowing the difference. Which is kind of interesting. I mean, I think I see what they're saying there.
You do?
I think it's just like, basically all of our wisdom is foolish. Worldly wisdom is folly. So I think we make up a lot of scenarios and we make up a lot of reasoning and stuff, but at the end of the day, God's going to work through it all to come out with the best possible outcome, which is weird to think about, but it's the way it is.
It's all in his hands.
It's true, brother. Big hands.
What else we got?
Next, so we only got one more comment on it.
Okay.
That's sure a hot sports question. Is war a racket or justified? Evil exists in individuals and manifests in a variety of ways. Evil people with enough power force their belief system on other. Isn't it on the good in people to resist? Did you get that?
Yeah.
Isn't it on
That's kind of what I said. I mean, like
to resist what?
Whoever they said evil people with enough power can force their belief system on others. So it's them being oppressive to their people or whoever, And then at the end, they say, "Isn't it on the good people to resist?" So we got a duty to stop evil.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know exactly what all the guidelines are for when to do it, but I think we definitely should do it sometimes.
I've got a question for you.
All right. Hopefully I have an answer, but
This will be the kind of the end of the.
I might just light a bag of dog
I hope not.
right here, stink it all up.
So since we're on top of war, what is like your favorite war movie? Have you seen any?
My favorite war movie is Napoleon.
Really?
That was literally the best movie I've ever seen.
It's not even a war movie. It's like a character
it is.
piece.
Most of it's war. I mean, him just shooting the war scenes were so smart because they would even make you fall into the trap that Napoleon was making them fall in the trap. Like the war scene when he tricks the Russians or whatever they were, the Austrians or something. I think it was the Russians. When he tricks them onto the frozen lake and then cannonballs a circle around him and drowns everybody. I was like, that's beast. That's big brain. I like big brain war. None of the stupid drone crap. Dude, take me on a frozen lake and sink all my horses in it. What about you?
I don't even know. I want to say The Pianist, but
Pause.
maybe Saving Private Ryan. I saw all this made me. Last night I watched Apocalypse Now.
Okay.
Which is a really famous war movie, the Vietnam. It's so long, dude. It's like 3 hours and 10 minutes or something. It took forever to get through it, but
history people are always
it's like,
long-winded.
Yeah, but I wrote a review on my Letterboxd if you want to read it.
Oh, sure. Okay.
But
check out our Letterboxd.
It's it was kind of confusing, but like it looked real pretty. Like the cinematography was like super nice.
Yeah.
And it did a really good job of capturing like just like the chaos of war, and I thought it was interesting.
Dude, some movies do a really good job of like just how wild war is, and it's crazy. Like,
yeah, like, and there's different, I think, more genre of movies. Like the chaos of war is in this one. The Pianist is kind of like that, but it's more about a single character.
Or, dude, even like a classic where it's just insane to see what happens on war. Forrest Gump. That dude has to carry 7 people out of the jungle with 30 limbs missing. I mean, that's everyday event in the war.
Yeah,
you got to carry your boy out.
Yeah.
Dude, could you imagine? What would that feel like? Put yourself in this scenario. We're, marching through the brush.
The bush?
What's the
song?
The
bush and the brush?
We're
marching through the bush.
Yeah. On and on. Okay. And right as I say we go, boom, claymore to my legs.
Ooh.
I'm insta nugget on the ground. And you're just looking at me. And you have to
I could just dip you in some ketchup right
You
now.
have to throw my arms around you like a scarf and just run. Because you hear the... You hear
arrows going past me.
Yeah, you hear some crazy, whatever war call. And you're like, dude, I got to pick up my bro, wear him like a scarf, and get us out of here. Could you imagine that situation?
No.
That'd be
but
crazy.
you'd be a lot lighter.
True.
So it'd be a little easier to carry
My
on.
legs got away. Yeah. It's
kind of funny, though, because, the most effective way to carry somebody is fireman carry. But if your legs are gone, I'm just carrying like a backpack. Bro.
Hold up, dude. Straight up.
What?
I got to be honest, bro.
What?
If that happens, dog.
Honks in the trench?
If I get blown off, dude, and you see me on the ground, and my dong is slightly to the left, bro, you have... To the left? It's slightly... I'm saying it's like off my body. You have to grab dong for me. And
bro.
No, you have to carry me and dong back.
Why?
So they can...
Give me a good reason.
So they can stitch it back on, brother.
I feel like if your dong gets blown off, you're dead.
No, dude, you're fine.
No. How are you gonna?
How
are you gonna pee?
That's what I'm saying. I need my dong to pee.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to because
they're gonna put it back on.
No, because it's
dude. If they can turn boy to woman, they can turn my dong back on. Okay.
Okay.
And I think that's what...
I'll put on a little glove mid-battle and just like...
could you imagine
and
arrows
grab it.
overhead and you're like... you gotta slap on the latex and...
Yeah.
Would you do it, though?
I'll put it in your
would you-
backpack.
Okay, that's fair. I'll take it. Would you carry me out, though? Or would you run?
I'd carry you out.
You think so? Bro, I'd start heaving halfway.
You
with,
would?
with you on my back? I'd
Oh.
be like, jeepers. I might get tired, honestly.
And then we both die. Hey, at least we both die together.
No, I'm dropping you and finishing it.
Okay. I'm grabbing your dong, bro, and you're dropping me. You're dropping me midway.
Bro, I'd leave yours so hard. I'd leave your
We're ending this podcast right now, dude. Getting mad about the fight.
All
About
right.
to fight live.
Dude, if you see a drone above you, give him the prayer hands and he'll let you be.
Wave those white flags.
All right.
All right.
We'll
Honks out, I guess.
Catch us on Patreon. $1 a month.
Honk.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't know nothing, but we hope you enjoy the something. We just don't keep that no. You know we have fun and it doesn't bust it. We love you, homie. May we keep the gravy and something. Gravy and stuff, and I keep your mom in a Dutch oven. Gravy and stuff. Gravy and stuff. Gravy and stuff, man.